What's up? Welcome to the Benchwarmer podcast. My name is Eric. He hate me 702. We got the beast from the east.
Sam or Kelderock over here at the east.
I can't talk at all today. And down below, we got the man, the myth, the legend.
Jeremy with a G.
All right, how you guys doing today?
Doing all right. You know that our the Twitch channel says when we're going live to people who are following that we're talking about the NBA playoffs that aren't even going on, the WNBA Rookie Watch.
Okay. I will switch it right now. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that live notification thing. I always forget about that.
You should just make a generic one.
I did.
That was the generic one.
But then at one point in time, I think I got into it.
That's what we were talking about at that time, and then we never changed it.
Yeah, that was what we were talking about for like 4 weeks straight. They changed all this shit.
So that was the generic one.
Okay.
Kelderock.
Didn't feel generic. Felt very specific with what you guys
Where
wanted.
is oh yeah, see that is okay. Yeah, Benchwarmers went live. That's perfect. Let's go. Okay. So thank you, Sam. Thank you very much. Way to be on top of it.
It's a good thing I open up the stream to get us some views.
We got what do we got? We first of all, damn it, I was on a plane and George Forman died. Like, so George Forman, huh?
So it was your fault.
It might have been my fault.
You were on a plane.
Okay, listen, first of all, rest in peace, George Forman. Great boxer. Question though, was anybody surprised by his age of only being 76?
I thought he was older than that.
I thought he was way fucking older than that. You mean to tell me he's only 33 years older than me? I thought this motherfucker was like 50 years older than me. He was old when I was a kid. Like, I remember watching the Holyfield George Foreman fight from the early 90s with my dad at some fucking trailer park that ordered it. Goals, morals at the time, budgets. We live in a trailer park, but we're still ordering the fucking fight. Granted, the fight was probably only $30 in, so let me shut the fuck up. But yeah, we went over there, threw a party, watched the fight. I remember watching that. I remember when he beat Michael Moore. He was the oldest heavyweight champion. And now you're telling me he's only 76? But outside, I love George Foreman. The George Foreman grill is amazing. Even though, I mean, it's not amazing to use. I particularly don't like using it. But it's an amazing product. Him becoming a preacher was random and outstanding. Yeah, rest. I mean, no, basically, it really was. Well, I don't know. So you know the story behind it, right?
Yeah, I saw the movie.
The movie's fucking stupid. Okay, the movie sucked. We already talked about the movie. The movie was fucking horrible. Okay, it was absolutely horrible. The story is basically after Muhammad Ali beat him, he mentally lost it. Basically, not like he went depressed. He sank down. He put on a fight, boxing 5 men to show that he still had power because he did not understand how a little man like Muhammad Ali beat him. It wasn't until he got older that he understood that, and he talks about it with the Michael Moore fight when he used basically a very similar tactic Ali used for the Michael, and he understood it at that time. But he didn't want to fight no more because he felt basically like he let everybody down. He wasn't a man no more, and he got saved by the church. Yeah, he was. The way they portrayed Ali and the way they portrayed that movie was so bad. Yeah. Especially when I can go on YouTube right now and look up the whole story of Muhammad Ali and him and see all of live footage. They act like this shit was not. Damn, it was 50 years ago. But George Foreman was outstanding. He was a great boxer. He had multiple careers, did multiple good things. He named all of his sons George. So
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, rest in peace. He was an interesting character, I will say. A very interesting person. But he led a good life. And you know, he helped out a lot of people. Jeremy, you got anything to say on George Foreman?
What else to say?
Okay. And then all right, so quick takes real quick. We're gonna talk some quick takes. Did you see that Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are officially on for signed rematch?
No.
I saw something about that.
Yeah, so basically the idea was they were gonna fight two warm-up opponents, two opponents. Each of them were gonna fight an opponent, and then they were going to and they were fighting, I think, on the same card, and then they were gonna do the rematch. But there was no signed negotiation or anything like that. So it's officially on. Which, by the way, Devin Haney, did you get suspended? Because you ain't fought in a year either. Devin Haney's last fight was against fucking Ryan Garcia. So, like, what are we doing here? I mean, he lost. Well, no, he had to fight in the court battle, and he lost because, you know, he tried to sue because I lose so much respect for that shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying steroids are not. If you're on steroids and you're in a combat sport, I'm not saying that's good. TRT, testosterone, any of that stuff. I'm not saying that's good because these people are actually fighting for lives. And you can have any cheating in a sport, in a combat sport, is extremely bad. You could have like what is his name? Billy Conley. Him when that dude died in the 80s. If you guys haven't looked that thing up, let me find out. He fought a Hispanic guy, and Panama Lewis was his trainer. Panama Lewis is known also for the Aaron Pryor bout against Lexus Arguello, where he said, "Give me my special drink, give me my special drink," and gave it to Aaron Pryor, and Aaron Pryor went on to whip Alexis Arguello's ass. But Panama Lewis had wrapped plaster on the dude's hands, and he went and beat the meth out of Billy Conley, the boxer. I think his name was Billy. He was an Irish guy.
He beat the meth out of him?
Beat the meth out of him. Because it was boxing. So basically what they do is, so Sam, you don't know this, okay? So you know when you get your hands wrapped?
Yeah.
Okay, so they wrap their hands, but they dip the wraps or the tape sometimes in like a plaster mold. So as it hardens, so as it starts to harden, now you basically have a rock. So you have your wrap that is hard. So it's hard with plaster. So you're already hitting somebody in the face with the fist. And then you put it on the glove, so it's a lot harder. A lot of fighters will then try to push the padding back in their glove so it hits more of it. Or they will also take padding out of their glove. So that way you feel more of the fist. That was the whole, and then you have the Tyson Fury, the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury thing, where he said he had his fist down below, so where less padding was. So this was famous in the Miguel Cotto and Antonio Margarita fight, where afterwards they find out he was using plaster, and then Shane Mosley's trainer felt his hands and felt that they were hard. So Billy Conley. Hold on, tragedy in the ring. Let's just look at that one. I'm so pissed I can't remember this dude's name. I literally just named off like 4 fighters in a ring, in a row that were older. Billy. Here it is. His name was Billy Collins. Billy Collins Jr. and Luis Resto's fight. So basically, Luis Resto had plaster in his hands, and just literally after a while, you can't fight no more because it's not a real fight. So your face starts to swell, you can't see. So if you look up Antonio Margarita versus Cotto, just look up how Cotto's face looked. It was fucked.
He beat the margarita out of him.
And then the next fight, Cotto beat the shit out of him. So any cheating in boxing, I understand. I don't understand. I don't like, or any cheating in combat sports, because they can die. They can 100% die. So, but when you're talking about as little of a substance as Ryan Garcia had, that it could have came from something else, then you know what? Shut the fuck up. And then when you go and sue people, shut the fuck up. Like, you didn't get beat because he had steroids in his system. You got beat because you kept getting hit with the only punch he could throw, which is a fucking left hook. That's why you got beat. Like, his first knockdown was a left hook. Everybody knows that he only throws that left hook. Another quick take. We started a MLB fantasy baseball league. So we need 4 more people to join. It is casual. So please, if you
don't join if you're gonna cry about people not setting lineups and fucking not taking it serious and fucking don't join if you're gonna act like a little bitch.
So yeah, what Jeremy said.
Pretty much.
Another 100. Quick take. If y'all have any job openings, let me know.
So quick question I have for American Airlines. Why? All right. I'll put it out on Facebook. American
I just
Airlines.
tried to send it to him in the chat.
Okay, can you please do a get a bigger footprint in Vegas, please? I'm so fucking sick of your flight delays. I'm so sick of your flight delays.
Maybe I'll go apply for American Airlines.
Yeah, go apply for them. Yeah, I'm so like their customer service was fabulous. It was much better than Southwest. I haven't been on an American Airlines flight. And so they came by, they were so nice when they bumped
Southwest
into you.
Southwest is about to just be another airline. So it's
I know, but when they bumped into you, they were like, "We're sorry." They had the big overhead storage compartments, so they were so much nicer. But every time I fly with y'all, I get delayed. And it's some weird ass delays. Like I woke up Friday morning and it says your flight has been delayed 2 hours. How? My flight was at 4:15. How do you know at 6 a.m. and like almost 12 hours later, my flight's gonna be delayed? Then I get to the airport and my flight's delayed another 45 minutes. We don't leave.
What are they hiring for?
We don't leave for another 30 minutes when we're on the plane. And when we go to take off, the pilot goes, "You guys, I know you were supposed to leave out of 4:15 and you had over a 3-hour delay. I don't know why you were delayed. I have no clue, but thank you for your patience." I was like, "Bitch, don't tell me that. I was supposed to be home at 6:35, 6:40.
They have a part-time position open at St. John.
St. John's University?
No, in St. John, Antigua.
Oh.
What?
Crazy. So American Airlines, please get a better footprint. Also, if you guys are traveling and you like to use Best Western, I'm going to give you some advice. Best Western Plus, I love Best Western. So everybody can laugh. Best Western Plus, Best Western Executive are all great in almost every city I go to. I've been to multiple Hiltons, and they're not the same all over the place. But if you like Best Western, don't stay in regular Best Westerns unless you stayed there before. Like the Aiden in Reno is amazing, but you got to look all into it because they're not the same. Okay, they're not the same. I felt like I was in a prison cell. All right, so let's get into some baseball talk real quick. All right, Sam, come on, lead us off. You're the baseball man. Let's go.
Well, the Tokyo series went on Monday and Tuesday, where the Cubs and the Dodgers played. So that was pretty cool to see. That I didn't get to watch it because it was at 6 a.m. over here. So that was fun. I count up on
Ohtani hit a home run in Tokyo Dome.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
So the Dodgers
controversial.
And it was controversial?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they don't think it was a home run.
How?
It wasn't a clear home run.
Did it go over the wall?
I don't think it did.
Did it bounce off the top of the wall?
You have to watch it.
Which game was that for? Was it the solo home run that he hit?
I think it was. It may have been. I don't remember which one it was. They were so fucking early. They all blend together when they're so early, and you don't get to watch them.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like I had to watch, so I watched.
I don't know which game it was, but one of them was. There's a lot of. I don't know which one it was.
Is it his first home run of the series? I think that's the only home run he hit. There, I'm about to pull it up and share.
What the fuck is he on?
Eric, if you could please.
Yeah, sorry.
Gotcha. Home run. Yeah, he only hit 1 home run that series, so it had to be this one. Just get to the pitch.
We got to show everything. You know how 0 for 2. All right, let's see what you got.
Oh, I think it's or was it fan interference? I think it was.
Well, we're about to find out. Let's see.
That was an ugly stance.
That's how he always does it.
He always had.
Yeah, but even I still don't give a damn. Look, remember, I'm into baseball now. Okay, I wasn't into baseball before. We in this shit. I've only seen him hit a couple pitches or a couple times at bat. I don't pay attention to him. I'm in this shit. All KC this year until the Oakland Athletics. See, this is a problem. I don't want. Ooh, I see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, it sounds like the Athletics aren't coming until 2028.
I don't know what I'm gonna do then.
It's gonna go past 2028. Don't worry.
I don't. But even then, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna root for the Las Vegas Athletics?
No, they're gonna be terrible still.
Which is I don't care about that. I'm a fucking Royals fan.
Yeah, the Royals are actually good.
I'm a Sixers fan.
I don't care about that. All right, here's the home run.
There it is. It's gone. Gone. Out. What we got? Oh.
They're saying, or was it fan interference?
Wait. I don't know. How was it fan interference? That bitch didn't even go over the wall.
We have to watch the replay.
Did they really not give me a replay?
No, that bitch didn't even go over the wall.
No, the fan went over the wall.
They think that the fan interfered with it.
So that's a home run.
If the fan interfered with,
that's a home run. Man, why do baseball got to be so? See, this is what this. I'm trying to get into you, baseball, but y'all come up with some stupid ass shit for controversies. The fan.
Hit the yellow bar.
But if the fan, yeah, you can see the change of trajectory. The fan hit it.
All right, so it's not a home run.
Wait, if the fan hits it, it's not a home run?
It's fan interference.
Yeah, fan interference makes it not a home run.
So what does it become?
A double.
But if the fan would have caught it, would it have been a home run?
No, because he went over the bar.
If he goes over the bar and the fan catches it, it's a home run.
Let me get this straight. Just so I'm making sure that if the fan goes over the bar and leans into the field of play to catch the home run, it's not a home run.
That's fan interference.
Okay. But if a player jumps over the bar to catch a home run, it's still not a home run.
Right, because that's the player playing the ball.
But it's over the bar. It's over the field of play.
Right, but that's the player. That's the player playing the game.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Just making sure.
The fans aren't playing the fucking game.
I was just making sure. I don't know, because to me, like, I've never, and just in my opinion, in all the other sports where, that's the exit or the out of bounds line, it still would be considered out of bounds.
So usually, actually, the rule is if a spectator or a fan interferes with the ball, the batter shall be ruled out.
Okay, I can understand that, because you don't want people just reaching over, and I get it. Okay, I'm with it. All right.
Because look, here's the thing: if that fan reaches over and the player goes up and breaks their arm, what's the fan going to do?
Okay, so what about Bartman?
The fan is going to sue for that player breaking an arm.
Of course, they're going to sue the player. They're going to sue the organization, and they're going to sue all that shit. And they're probably going to lose.
No.
But what about Steve Bartman then? Is that like the Steve Bartman rule?
Pretty much, yeah. He reached over and the batter was called out.
No, it was a home run.
He was sitting in foul territory.
Or what was it? He wasn't called out. The batter wasn't called out. That's why Olu was so fucking pissed. He wasn't called out because the Cubs lost.
Yeah. So all right. Yeah, he reached over Game 6 of the 2003 NLCS and a foul ball. He reached over and deflected it off the glove, preventing Cubs outfielder from making a catch.
For making the out, yeah. So is that, which in this scenario now that would have been, the batter would have been ruled out. So is that like the Steve Bartman rule?
Yeah, pretty much. Because no one was ruled out, and then the Marlins got to win.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember because I actually was into baseball at that point in time. So I remember that. And I think the outfielder was Alou for the Cubs, or Moises Alou.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Moises Alou. No, he was the outfielder trying to catch it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was the outfielder trying to catch it. Yeah. I remember that series. Like, I used to really be into baseball. Really, really badly. And then I was just like, I'm good. My Royals suck. I actually used to watch the Mets a lot because the Royals sucked.
Why would you do that?
Well, this is when they were good, early 2000s.
Now I understand Eric. Now I completely understand Eric.
What?
100% I understand Eric. He used to watch the Mets. 100% I get it now.
Yeah, so
I
like
get everything about you now.
The Mets with the Mets with the Yankees and the
Mets, Kansas City Chiefs. I get it now.
When Mike Piazza played for him?
Yeah, Mike Piazza played like, what was he?
That late 90s, early 2000s. That
explains everything.
He last played for Oakland in 2007.
Yeah, but when did he play for the Mets? Late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, he was 98 through 05.
Yeah.
I knew there had to be another team that I had to go against Eric with.
Oh, because the Mets and the Braves.
Mets and the Braves.
I knew there had to be another team.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, what are we talking about? Yeah, no, because the Royals sucked after the strike. My dad was a Cubs fan. He stopped watching baseball after the strike. The Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, all of that stuff was what I watched. I watched all of those home runs. I read the book Juiced by Jose Canseco. Yeah, I was really into baseball from the mid 90s till probably about 2008 or 9.
Oh, you know what? I just realized he picked the Mets because Patrick Mahomes Sr. played for the Mets.
No, I didn't. No, so I picked the Mets because I hated the Yankees. And I think, and I just like some of the players that were on their team. I think the last time I actually paid attention to the Mets was when David Wright played for him.
Well, his last game was like in 2015.
Yeah, but when did he start?
I will tell you in 1 second. Hold on.
Probably 2007 to 10.
Senior, he played for the Mets like what, 98 to 2000.
Well, there you go. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe it was destiny.
Yeah.
But then again, as a kid, I used to root for Kirby Puckett because I thought he was cool.
David Wright's last year was 2018, but he played from 04 to 16, basically.
There you go. Yeah. So about 2000, that was 2009, 2010 was when I stopped watching him. Shit, I went to spring training baseball in 2012 in Arizona. Dodgers versus the Royals. So, anything else going on? When does it, with MLB got to start soon? We got to start soon. It starts 27th. All right. 27th.
Yes, they already announced basically all the opening day pitchers.
Okay, so March 27th. What day is that on?
Thursday.
Oh, shit, I fly back. Fuck. That means Friday, there's going to be games on Friday, right?
Yeah, but so the way that opening day works, it starts basically 1 o'clock Eastern over here, and then we'll wrap up all the way through the night.
All right, so y'all got, let's see what we got. All right,
Braves, Chris Sale is their opening day pitcher.
Yeah.
Wait, Chris Sale is still pitching?
Yep.
What is he, like 39, 40?
30. The fuck is he now? 30.
He's up there.
35. Damn, that's a name I recognize. Didn't he play for the Cardinals? Or am I tripping?
Boston. Drafted by the White Sox.
Oh, yeah, he played for Atlanta. Yeah, he played for White Sox, Boston. Maybe I knew him from Boston.
Yeah, Boston when he was sucking.
Yeah, because of Heath.
Let's see. The Royals have Cole Rangan starting for them. They play the
I don't know
Guardian.
who the fuck that is.
Oh, that's your ace.
Oh, shit. His name is what?
Cole Reagans.
Cole Reagan. That's just a weird name. Cole Reagans. He can't be trusted. Is he good? Sam, do you know if he's good?
I mean, let's see. Let's look at his last year. Let's look at last year here.
I'm pulling it up right now. Pulling up stats right now. So
this is his second year with the team. He started about 12 games. He went 5-2.
Yeah, he's not good. He's not good. He's our ace.
Well,
with the 3.46 ERA.
3.4. That's his spring training, I believe.
No, regular season, first year, 4.95, 3.47, 5.992. Granted, he did a 2.64. So, I mean, he's coming down. It looks like he's starting to settle in because he was a young guy. So maybe we'll see. We'll see. Maybe. I just don't.
So here's the thing with the Royals. I always thought Seth Lugo or Michael Wacha were like their 1-2 punch in pitching because I thought they had better years.
Do we have all of these weird ass names?
Oh, your opening day starter?
Their opening day starter is Cole Reagans.
Well, I mean, he set a franchise record for strikeouts.
Yeah, last year he was at 3.14, and the year before that he was 2.64 ERA. I look, I'm sorry, with pitchers that I don't know. I know a lot of people say WAR, wins over replacement, or all that other shit, right? I'm straight up on ERA because in my mind,
he was in the Cy Young Award voting.
He was
last year.
Yeah,
with a 3.14. What is the average ERA in the MLB now?
There's not a lot of people that have fucking amazing ERAs. There
really isn't.
There's a select few.
Okay, why do you guys do this? Well, I hate when you search for something because there's so much bullshit that pops up on the. Okay. So you mean to tell me all right, when did Blake Snell play?
Blake Snell still plays.
Okay.
He's on the Dodgers now.
So he's 27. He has a 3.0 ERA with 312 strikes and 258 innings.
Who?
Your opening day starter.
He has a 3. What?
He has a 3.0 ERA with 312 strikes and 258 innings.
And which year?
That's where he's at currently in his career.
His career average is 3.46.
He owns a 3.0 over 44 starts in a Royals uniform. The 27
for the Royals. Okay, so
in his career,
yes.
With 312 strikes and 258 innings.
Yes, because he had a 2.64 and a 3.14. Yes, so 100%. He looks good in the Royals. Look, I just didn't know 3 was good.
Like, I don't give a fuck what he's done before. What has he done for the Royals?
I thought 3 was average. That's my issue. I thought 3 was like an average starter. I thought like a good starter would have like a 2.2.
Unfortunately,
he's only got 44 starts for the Royals.
I don't give a fuck if he had 105. A 3 means you give up 3 runs a game.
Well, he used to give up 6.
I know. So it means you give up 3 runs a game. So if the other starter, if that was average, see, this is the thing. If that was average to me, that means other people could give up 2.5 and he would not be very good. My theory, my math isn't mathing. I understand that. I get that. But
I was going to say, Seth Lugo had literally a 3 ERA for the Royals last year.
Okay, so let's see who had the. Okay, so Chris Sale led the league last year with a 2.38.
Yeah, because didn't he win the Cy Young?
And Lugo was 10th with the 3.0. Damn. Can we go back a couple years? Let's go back a couple years.
Tanner Beebe, who
Tanner Beebe, I like his name.
Tanner Beebe, who people rave about all the time.
Okay,
he struck out 187 batters and produced a 3.47 ERA over 173 and 2/3 innings.
5 years ago, the top 10 ERAs was 1.63 to 2.73.
Okay, that's 3 years ago. We're not talking about 3 years ago.
I'm just saying, that's why I thought it was so much lower.
But we're not talking about 3 years ago.
You got to remember, I'm not, Jeremy, you're right. You're 100% right. I'm in agreement with you. We're not. So that's what I'm saying. I got to readjust my mathing and my mathing. So 3.0 is good. That's in the top 10.
We got to get Eric up to modern times.
Yeah, that's in the top 10 of ERAs per season. So that's great. I just didn't realize that was that great. I'm thinking more like, we got some people. Yeah. So, I mean, even in 2023, the top 10, you had a 3.34 ERA. So basically, pitching has gotten worse in the last 10 years.
Very
or
much.
Bad. Yeah. Okay.
Well, they say so.
One of the hottest pitchers in the MLB right now, Paul Skeens, has a 1.96.
Okay.
Who is probably the hottest pitcher in the league right now.
Yeah, you want to know how unfair he is? He already had 5 pitches. He just added 2 more.
So he's got 7?
Yeah.
How did they put that in MLB The Show?
I have no idea. What about all right, Jeremy, have you seen that kid? I forgot what team he's on. I think he's on the Mariners, who's a switch pitcher.
Severino? Or
Severino's
Gilbert?
On the A's.
Is it Gilbert? Logan Gilbert?
No, it's not Gilbert. What the hell is this kid's name? But so in college, he would switch hands to, for pitching wise. Can I get the
I think I seen a short where there was a duel with a switch hitter and a switch pitcher, where they kept switching sides.
Yeah, what's his name?
George, is it Kirby?
Maybe.
What team?
He's on the Mariners.
Mariners.
Oh, it's Gerangelo
How the fuck?
No idea.
What the? How do you pronounce that?
Is he in the bullpen? Where is he?
What?
He's probably on AAA.
He might be.
He's got to be. He's not on their active roster.
Oh, where?
He's a Dutch baseball player. Yeah, he's 21 years old.
Yeah, so he's probably in AAA.
He's probably in AAA. Yeah, he's oh no, he doesn't have, that's not college. Yeah, they don't have any MLB stats for him.
No, he hasn't played in the big leagues yet, but I think he's gonna probably try. He's a prospect right now. He was playing at Mississippi State last year.
Yeah, so yeah.
He's the 91st ranked prospect right now.
Yeah, he was drafted in 2024. 15th overall.
So I think personally he could easily make it to the league this year if the Mariners really go down bad.
Dude, I am so glad I'm not an announcer for baseball.
Some of these names.
Holy shit. Range low Sanjay. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I literally looked up pronunciation and it's like break it up. Range low.
Durangelo Clitoris.
Oh my god.
And then the last name is pronounced with an S. SAIN and then JA.
No.
Sanja.
You know, especially with the Dodgers lineup, they got some hard names, especially in their rotation too.
That's because they have the whole of Japan over there.
Yeah, they basically have the Japan like World Baseball Classic team now.
Just pronounce
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
So they think he's in the mold of Marcus Stroman.
Who, that kid?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get his name.
Oh, so his ETA is 2027.
I think he could personally make it this year. Because if the Mariners
his name is Durangelo Sanja.
Durangelo Sandra?
That is not what his name. That is not that. Nope.
I just got the pronunciation on it. I looked it up. It's Durangelo Sanja.
I don't care what it says. That is not what that spells.
Well, Durangelo sounds right.
Right, but that last name is not what that pronunciation gave you.
All right. Anything else going on in baseball that we need? I need to brush up on my Royals roster.
Yeah, considering that there's an article talking about how the old school pitching rotation for the Royals is something that the rest of the MLB needs to learn.
What?
Yeah, it's literally the top article on ESPN right now.
For the Royals.
I'm sorry. Nobody pays attention to ESPN anymore. They don't even write this shit. Like I've tried to. I said, okay, I watch like Get Up and all that stuff, but when it comes to their articles, like I go through it, and I'm like, this is just as bad as your television shows.
We can talk about what the Yankees are going to do because they're down already 2 starters.
Who?
Garrett Cole's out for the year due to Tommy John surgery. And who else did they lose? I forgot who they lost. Because they're looking at Cookie Carrasco right now, who hasn't pitched in a while, to be one of their rotationals. Stroman is looking to be in there too.
Yeah, I don't. The Yankees, they lost also a couple players, so .
So, all right, Clark Schmidt is out. Giancarlo's out. DJ LeMahieu, he's out. Jake Cousins, Kirk Cousins' cousin, he's out.
They should call Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they should.
No, Aaron Rodgers will just be like, nah, I'm good, guys. I'm going to wait it out to see what happens. I haven't got
So the Yankees are basically down to 4 pitchers right now.
Well, they'll bring some people up from AAA.
Yeah. But
the Yankees are going to have – I'm predicting right now the Yankees are going to have a bad season.
They were projected to make the World Series again.
No, I'm telling you right now they're going to have a bad season.
The only one that predicted that was probably Stephen A. Smith.
Probably 17 people on ESPN because ESPN told them to. You can't lose as much as what they lost and still recover unless your prospects and your development team is amazing and you bring up some people and they just go crazy.
Okay, so you're right. So I was talking about Paul Skeens and what he knew. You ready? He's got a fastball, a slider,
okay,
a sprinkler, which is
wait, time out. A what?
A sprinkler.
Are we just making up pitches now?
So it's actually a splitter and a sinker combined.
Don't they do the same shit? I know the sinker's a fastball. I know the sinker's technically a fastball because you can throw it at a high speed. Thank you, MLB The Show. And I know the splitter is more of an off-speed pitch. So in the splitter, but what are we throwing? What does this mean? Like, is it going? What are we doing? How does
it goes down and a slider goes sideways?
Well, it's not a slider.
It goes down. The splitter goes side.
What?
The sinker goes down. The splitter goes side.
A slider goes
diagonal.
A slider goes sideways.
So does a sinker. So does the splitter. I mean, I'm sorry.
Wait.
Because it splits.
Let me check this out. I need to see a splinker. Let me see a splinker. Unfair 98-mile-an-hour splinker. What the fuck?
Well, 98. He also has a cutter, a 2-seamer, a changeup, and a curveball.
Wait, okay. So I know what all those pitches are besides the split. I'm about to look that up right now. So he's got the changeup, the curveball.
Yep.
What else? The two seam,
two seamer.
Cutter.
It's a split finger sinker. It's a pitch that combines upper 90s velocity with the splitter's nosedive.
Oh, that's a nasty ass pitch.
The pitch is thrown with a split finger grip and is thrown as hard as possible, causing it to move like a violent sinker, falling off the table to the pitcher's arm side.
Oh, that's a nasty pitch. Then you know what?
Yeah.
Okay. So you said. Okay, so repeat the 7 pitches he got again.
He's got a fastball.
Okay.
A slider. A splinkler.
A slider. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a slider. A cutter, a two-seamer, a changeup, and a curveball.
This man is moving. This man has so much movement. He is making shit dance. Every single one of his pitches is a movement pitch besides the four seam.
Yeah, so just remember, too, this is his second year in the league.
So you mean to tell me when you are facing this dude, you don't know where it's going? You have no clue. And even when he throws his fastball, you can't think it's going straight because he throws a 94 to 98 mile an hour splinker. His cutter is probably 94 to 90, maybe 98. His fastball probably ranges 97 to 99 if he's throwing a 98 mile an hour splinker. So those 3 pitch, and then he got and you said the two-seamer, right?
Yep.
Now that two-seamer, I bet you that two-seamer, he takes some speed off that two-seamer. And I bet you that's around a 94 pitch because, that's going to have a look. So you don't know right there based off of those 4 pitches. Well, and then
you're right for his
and then you got the splinker.
and
then you got, if it starts off on one side, you don't know if it's going to go to the other side. You don't know if that bitch is going to drop straight down. You don't know if it's going to curve. Oh, this dude is crazy.
His slowest pitch is 85 miles per hour.
And then what's that? A changeup or his curveball?
That would be his curveball.
Yeah. Okay.
His
Thank you,
changeup
MLB
averaging about 89.
His what?
His changeup averages about an 89 miles per hour.
What's his two seam?
They actually don't have that because that's what he added to his arsenal just this year.
What's his cutter?
Also, what was added.
Okay,
so we don't have averages on that yet.
Okay, so fastball.
He's averaged 98.9.
Damn, I'm good. What was and his slider's probably hold on. His slider is probably 88 to 92.
85.
Damn, I was off on that one. Okay.
But his splinker is averaging about 94.
Yeah, I see. I'm watching it right now. I'm literally that's not fair. That is not fair. Like this please say MLB The Show has this pitch.
I think they do, yeah.
That is not fair.
Imagine if he had a knuckleball in there too.
Don't give him ideas. Don't do this.
I'm gonna tweet at him. Yo, Paul Skeen, you can work on a knuckleball.
We need to add. No. I wouldn't see the knuckleball. I don't like the knuckleball. Because to be a knuckleball pitcher, from what I hear, I don't know, but you have to. It's a totally different type of pitch style, like R.A. Dickey and all of them. Yeah. So, what other weird pitches could we throw in there? Could we throw in the swerve?
I mean the slurve, yeah.
Slurve. That's what I meant. The slider curve.
He could learn Kodai Senga's ghost forkball. Do that.
Ooh, the forkball. Ooh, okay. All right, I'm down. All right, who does he play for?
Pitcher in the league if he learns all these other pitches.
Who does he play for?
The Pirates.
It's so hard to know who they play for because they change their damn uniform so much.
Yeah, they really do, but
there's so many different colors.
He is on the Pirates.
I see it now. Okay.
And what's cool, so the Pirates actually have another rookie coming up too. So they're going to have a young, deadly rotation.
Yeah, the my MLB The Show and my career is projecting the Pirates are going to be good in the next couple of years.
Yeah, so Jared Jones is out, so I think they're considering some of their top prospects to come up.
Okay. Interesting. All right. I'm with it. I'm with it. All right, we're gonna get into some NBA talk. Not really a lot going on. There were some good games. But Steph Curry did get injured.
Wait, hold on. Before we talk about the actual games, the Celtics were up for sale?
Yeah, so I did not know that. The Celtics did get sold. I did not, but that's probably smart. $6.1 billion.
Yeah, I didn't even know they were up for sale.
Can I hold a couple dollars?
Maybe.
So a group led by Bill Chasm, managing partner of Sympathy Technology Group, has agreed to purchase the Celtics for $6.1 billion. The price surpasses the Josh Harris paid to buy the Washington Commanders. So it's the most paid for a franchise in North American history. They have to say North American history because it's and it also was the record number of control. The Matt Ibišia bought the Phoenix Suns for $4 billion. So new ownership group includes Boston business leader Rob Hale, who is a current Celtics shareholder, and Bruce Bill. So that's pretty cool.
These sales are so aggressive. Like the freaking didn't the guy who bought the Utah Jazz? The guy who bought the
okay.
Jazz
Listen, this is going to be one of these stories that they tell people, and I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this shit. The process to buy the team started just under 50 years ago when I had my 7th birthday and attended a a game at the Boston Gardens. Chisholm told. I was hooked ever since. I've been a Rabbits fan ever since. Bleeding. So, bitch, shut up. Okay? Stop. I hate God. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the Goosebat family leads the ownership group that bought them in 2002. Holy shit. They bought them in 2002 for $360 million. And they sold it for 6.5. Yeah, I didn't know they were up for sale either, but that's quietly how they do that shit.
It really is.
Yeah, so that was kind of crazy. It's also weird that the Boston Celtics are owned by groups and not owned by like a family.
Since they're so old.
Yeah, because they're so old. Let's see, Boston Celtics history. Owners history.
Yeah, so I haven't been keeping up with the NBA because baseball's around the corner, and I'd like.
Well, right now the playoffs are about to pick up. They're about to get ready for the playoffs. I mean, so the playoffs start soon.
All right. Who clinched? I'm looking at the standings.
OKC, and maybe Cleveland.
Officially in the playoffs, they clinched the conference.
Maybe Cleveland.
Cleveland has clinched the division.
Yep. Maybe Boston.
The Celtics has a playoffs.
Yep.
3 teams are already eliminated.
Yep.
The Washington, who gives a fucks? The Utah, we're not there yet, and the New Orleans, Zion's still hurt.
Well, they also traded away Brandon Ingram.
Oh yeah, they did. Where'd he go?
He went to Toronto.
And then didn't the Wizards trade away Kyle Kuzma to the
Bucks for Chris Middleton? Yep. So basically, in the Eastern Conference, this is how it's gonna. I'm gonna let y'all know real quick. This is how it's gonna work out. Okay. So we got the Cavaliers and the Celtics. Those are going to be the 2 teams that are probably going to be in the Eastern Conference unless somebody gets injured. NBA is in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, NBA is already, if somebody gets injured, that can change the whole dynamic of it. So the Knicks, yes, Jalen Brunson needs to come back because he's out right now. But the Knicks can be a threat. I just don't think they're going to be able to beat the Cavaliers or the Celtics. I think those 2 teams are clear in a way better than every other team in the East. The only team that I think is going to be really fun to watch is the Pistons.
Because they're young.
One, they're young. 2, Cade is playing out of his mind. 3, we forget who their coach is right now. You guys might know JB Bickerstaff. That's
I do
their
know
coach.
actually.
So he was the coach of Cleveland, and they fired him because they couldn't get him over the hump. And then he took over Detroit. So he was the one that got Cleveland to the point where they're at right now.
It's kind of like Mark Jackson with the Warriors.
Very good, very good development coach. So if you look at the way the standings are, if they stay in the 6th seed, which is a good chance they will, they're likely to play the Knicks. That's a game we don't know, because Cade versus Jalen is going to be a great game. Granted, the Knicks have a lot of people. They have Jalen, they have Mikal Bridges, they have OG Anunoby, they have Mitchell Robinson, and they have Karl Anthony Towns. But they're also worn out because Thibodeau plays them like crazy. So that's going to be a fun game to watch. The Bucks and Pacers will kind of be fun. So that's what, right? I mean, realistically, you could have in the second round the Cavaliers, and I don't know what's going to happen with the Hawks, the Magic, and all that, but I'll just say the Cavaliers, the Celtics against the Bucks, or the Cavaliers against the Pistons, and the Celtics against the Bucks.
What's the Knicks Pistons regular season record between the two right now? What's the total there?
That's a good question.
Because right now it looks like it's 2-1 Pistons as I'm looking.
Well, that's probably what it is, yeah.
And they still have another game against the Pistons later.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be too bad. I mean, the Pistons look good. And then I see the play-in tournament, which is whatever.
I love the play-in tournament, buddy.
What's up?
I love the play-in tournament.
You like it?
So on the East, it's going to suck. It is going to suck on the East because you're going to get Tyler Hero in the Heat, which the Raptors could get up. Which if the Raptors get up, it's not going to be bad. You're going to have Brandon Ingram, Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett. You're going to have some good players on that team. Yeah, but
it would be the 9 and 10 seed playing to move on, and then the 7 and 8 to get into the playoffs.
So right? I mean, the Magic is the team that was in the playoffs last year. They do have some talent with Paolo Banchero. The Bulls have nobody, and the Heat really don't have anybody. They have Tyler Hero, Bam Bam. So Bam Adebayo. So I mean, yeah, that's going to be bad. Though that looks like a bad list right there. But
can we go to the good list?
But let's go to the Western Conference.
Okay, so you ready for this? If the Western if the East didn't have to worry about it, I mean, the Mavericks would be the 7th seed in the East right now. And
yeah, but the Trailblazers
could be above the Bulls.
Yeah, 100%. We could do that almost in a year. The West right now has a better talent top to bottom. Their teams right now, their top teams are better put together. And there's way more talent on West teams. But the issue that you have is a lot of these teams in the Eastern Conference, the Bulls and the Heat, literally just sold off their teams at the trade deadline. So the Heat had Jimmy Butler, and the Heat were in the finals 2 years ago.
Yeah, but Pat Riley was sick of him for some reason.
So, and then you had the Bulls had Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan last year. They don't have DeMar DeRozan this year. So, I mean, in that scenario, they fell down because they sold off their – huh?
DeMar and Zach LaVine are both in Sacramento right now.
I know that, but Zach LaVine didn't go to Sacramento until the trade deadline, which the trade deadline was only like a month ago.
It really was.
So that's what I'm saying. You have them selling their teams off. So in that scenario, which you have the same thing when you go to the Western Conference, the Mavs aren't going to be 34 and 37 at the end. That's because they had Luka till almost the trade deadline. And Kyrie's now injured. Yeah, and Anthony Davis. The Trailblazers, they're just a young team that is actually not really that bad. But they're no different than right now the Bulls and the Magic. They're very similar to the Magic with their young squad that they have. Then you have, but if you look at it, the Suns have KD, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal.
Yeah, and they can't play together.
The Kings now have DeMar DeRozan and De'Aaron Fox, but they had, or not De'Aaron Fox, they got rid of De'Aaron Fox, but they had Zach LaVine.
Did you see the video I sent you about the Kings?
Huh?
Did you see the video I sent where they say Jeremy Lamb is a ghost GM for the Kings?
That would be funny. I did not see that. Was it on TikTok?
Yeah.
So, I can't. So I have to search them on YouTube because I don't download TikTok.
Okay, so here's the conspiracy. Jeremy Lamb is the ghost GM of the Sacramento Kings. The reason why is because he's dating the owner's daughter.
That's a horrible conspiracy. That is it. That is, they could come up with better conspiracy theories than that. Because
and they think they traded De'Aaron Fox.
Well, no, they traded De'Aaron Fox because he wanted to fucking go.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So that's the issue that you kind of have. The Kings are just a look. There are a couple things that have been the same my lifetime. For most of my lifetime, I'm 43 years old. In the NBA, the Kings, the Clippers have sucked for most of my life. They've had some good years, a 6-year run here, a 6-year run there. But for most of my life, your life, Sam, Jeremy's life, my son's life, my grandkids' life, they sucked.
Well, then the Clippers, only their first real success was Lob City.
Yeah, and the Kings' first real success was Vlade Divac and Chris Webber.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s against the Lakers.
2002.
They have a 6-year run. Think about it. No, don't get me wrong. No, their most success was actually a couple years ago when they went to the Western Conference Finals with Paul George.
The Clippers, yeah.
Yes. So now you have the Clippers. So in the 10 seed, so if you look at the play-in game for the 7 through the 10 seed, that's going
to be a lot more interesting.
Do you see my point? That's a lot more interesting. And depending on what happens with Steph Curry,
10-game losing streak.
That who?
The Heat.
Yeah, that makes it. But the Heat also, again, they got rid of Jimmy Butler. So none of these,
10 in a row.
And they didn't get anything in return.
Well, they get draft picks and Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, so they didn't get shit. Andrew Wiggins had only been to the playoffs one time before he got traded to the Warriors. And he was a number 2 option. They didn't get.
He was backing up Cat, basically.
Yeah, they didn't get anything. And the only time he'd been to the playoffs was when they had Jimmy Butler. They didn't have anything. So you have a great shot of seeing Kawhi, the Clippers against the Timberwolves, and then the Kings against the Suns. I would go, and then you have a great shot of seeing probably the Timberwolves against the Suns or the Clippers against the Suns. That's very, very interesting, depending on what happens with Steph Curry.
Yeah.
His tailbone injury. But I mean, right now, think about this. The Western Conference Final is 8th. They were in the Western Conference Finals last year. Oh, no, they weren't. They lost. Yeah. Or no,
they were in the Western Conference Finals last year.
Yeah, and now they're 8th. Granted, they got rid of Cat. But Clippers, Warriors, Grizzlies, Lakers, Rockets, Thunder. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting.
The Rockets are the big surprise, for me, honest. I didn't think they were ready to be here yet.
Okay, so the Rockets, no, they're not. They're not. Okay. So they have a great coach because they have Udoka.
Yeah, they have the guy from
Boston. Before he fucked a GM's wife, and they fired him. So he was in that scenario. They have a very good, outstanding coach. But when we get to the playoffs, they're not ready. I don't care. Jalen Green is a beast. One of the Thompson brothers is a beast. They're very, very good, but they're just not ready. The playoffs are a different story. And we saw this multiple times throughout the year. The Young Thunder.
Yeah,
with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook. They literally had to play. Yeah, we saw this. It's a maturation process. So if you look at the standings, when you look at the West, so right now they're the 2 seed. So so they would play the 7 seed. So right off the bat, they have a chance of playing the Clippers or the Timberwolves.
Yep.
I'm taking the Clippers or Timberwolves each in both of those games. Experience stuff if they're both healthy. So even if they say they make it past them, then you're looking at realistically probably the Warriors, the Lakers, or the Thunder. Or maybe the Nuggets.
Yeah, you forgot the Nuggets in there.
Yeah, maybe the Nuggets. Well, that's because the Nuggets are going to play the Grizzlies. If the season ended right now. And I don't know about that. I don't know about that matchup. John Morant.
I want you to notice something though. So the Eastern Conference, you're confident it's going to be Celtics Cavaliers, and I'm honestly confident with you at that as well. Yeah. I'm more interested in the West.
100%. I don't know. There's too many variables, and the Luka trade just fucked everything up.
It really
because
did.
before that Luka trade, I would have been confident in the Thunder and Nuggets, the Luka trade and the Jimmy Butler trade. But I am not confident in that whatsoever. There is not one team I am confident in outside of a healthy Lakers team. And that's only because they have fucking LeBron. And it's been a minute since LeBron reminded people who the fuck he was.
All right, the round of 32 is starting right now.
So, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on in the NBA. LeBron needs to come back. They need to stop talking about Bronny James. ESPN really needs to shut the fuck up about Bronny. So tired of hearing about Bronny. All right, we'll get into NFL so Jeremy can jump back in the conversation. So, where do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to sign?
Don't care.
Okay, Jeremy, do you care?
Hopefully in a dark place under a tree.
So
I don't know why we're still talking about it. Like we don't know who already won.
I'm hoping it's like hoping that the measurements are 6 foot by 10 foot by 3 foot.
With the slide in the door?
With like a pine box and no windows.
So you got to realize though, we don't care about Aaron Rodgers. The winner of free agency,
like who literally
of free agency already won.
Who?
Jameis Winston and the Giants.
Like how pretentious and how ignorant do you have to be to play this fucking game that he plays the last 2 free agency periods? Like, dude, pick a fucking team and go to the fucking team so these teams can fucking.
Who are you talking about, Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, so these teams can fucking decide what they're gonna fucking do. You're not only screwing the team that you're gonna eventually go to, but you're screwing every other fucking team because you're screwing. You're not only screwing a team, you're screwing all these fucking other quarterbacks that want to make fucking decisions, but teams are waiting on your sorry ass to fucking make a decision.
I'm gonna blame it on the teams. He's my age as a quarterback. And when's the last time you saw him be good?
The year before he left the Packers.
My point exactly. We're 3 years removed from him being good. Why are we waiting on him? He's not Tom Brady. He's not Drew Brees.
Rodgers was trying to go to Pittsburgh.
Huh?
I'm reading Anthony's comment.
They said he was in Pittsburgh for 6 hours and they didn't talk about money.
I don't think Mike Tomlin really wants him.
I think Mike Tomlin's time is up. Because why did you literally sit there last season and say, "Oh, one of these two, I want these two," and now you've let both of these quarterbacks walk out the fucking door, and now you're fucking entertaining fucking Aaron Rodgers' fucking weird ass fucking hippie fucking dark retreat tree hugging ass in the fucking building when you had fucking Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, and now both of those quarterbacks are like, fucking, we're done with you.
Well, Russell Wilson,
all right.
But now you're not signing Russell Wilson to a fucking contract, and you're entertaining fucking Aaron Rodgers. I think Mike Tomlin's lost the fucking plot and doesn't know what the fuck he wants to do, and now he's lost it.
Go get Big Ben out of retirement.
Like I think he's disconnected from fucking reality. I think he's done the same fucking thing when fucking I was fucking bitching about fucking Pete Carroll.
Okay. So basically, I see what you're saying now. I understand. I'm getting. Let me make sure I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay. So he had Ben Roethlisberger. He didn't draft him. That was given to him.
Yep.
Since he's had Ben Roethlisberger, he's had trouble with quarterbacks, picking quarterbacks, and exactly what you said last year. He said with Justin Fields and all that shit, and then he let him sign with the Jets.
But he had Justin Fields winning. Then he pulled Justin Fields and put Russell Wilson in. And where'd that get him? Nowhere.
The
They got
playoff.
him.
Then you had tried to make a commitment without making a commitment to the quarterbacks that you wanted to keep them. Then you let Justin Fields walk and go to the Jets.
Yep.
And you still haven't done anything with fucking Russell Wilson, and now you're entertaining fucking Aaron Rodgers. So you're telling me that Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson are going to coexist on the same team?
Got you. Nope, I'm with you now.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
He's just having fun at this point, it feels like.
Feels like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. If he's got people advising him, then he needs to fire those fucking people and fucking find new fucking people. Like, it's stupid.
Arthur Smith is telling him to do it.
Like, I don't get it.
And they just lost Najee Harris too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to fucking
Chargers.
LA.
So not only are they going to have a weird quarterback controversy, both of their two receivers are going to pick fights with everybody.
And then you traded for a guy in DK Metcalf that did not want to come.
Yeah, like I said, two receivers that are going to fight everyone.
Yeah, no, okay. I'm with you now. You laid that down. I can't. There's no debate. You might be right.
But like it just doesn't, like, what are you doing? The last couple of years is like nothing he does makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Whatever
right.
gets him above 500, he doesn't care.
But getting above 500, like he's been above 500 his entire time. But what's it gotten him?
Job security.
One Super Bowl ring.
But that's the only thing it's gotten him.
So are we saying? Are we calling him like the Jeff Fisher?
Like I'm putting him with fucking Pete Carroll.
He's like
But
Jeff
is he Jeff Fisher yet? Is he Jeff Fisher yet?
Jeff Fisher always went 500.
Well, again, but he's a little better than Jeff Fisher in the record. But one of those things where he's staying with the organization so long based off of one thing, where none of his moves.
This is where but this is where loyalty is a fault.
But it is the Steelers.
Right, but this is where loyalty is a fault because you're so loyal. It's what's hurting you.
Okay, I'm with you.
It's the loyalty is making you blind because you're seeing mistakes being made and you don't want to correct it.
Jeff Fisher was the coach of the Titans from 95 to 2010.
It's like the conversation you and I had yesterday, Eric.
God damn.
Like I tried. I'm trying to make observations, but now I'm getting fucking attacked by two idiots and fucking
what? Hold your horses. What?
But you see what I'm saying? Like it's a loyalty factor. The loyalty is blinding you from being able to accept criticism and being able to make corrections.
God, yeah. No. I'm with you. Yeah, Jeff Fisher was with the Titans for 15 years, basically. Yeah.
I did not know that. Also, we're just going to kind of skip over the fact that Jeremy just said two people are harassing him, basically.
At work, yeah. His boss and somebody else.
God damn, man. You okay?
You play stupid prize, not in Germany, but basically got his boss played a stupid prize game. Germany gave him a stupid prize. He didn't like it. and called his buddy.
It's about to be very uncomfortable at work starting next week. We'll just put it like that.
Jesus,
the meeting did not go as they had wished it would have went.
oh goddamn! Please, Anthony, if anyone wants to trade for Kirk Cousins, please take him. Please take him away.
All right, Anthony, I'm gonna DM you the link for the.
But I just don't get like. But that was the whole thing with Pete. I had the same issue with Pete Carroll.
He does the same thing and doesn't really change to get results.
Like it's great, yeah. You have winning records, but what is it getting you? And then you make stupid ass decisions, and it's like,
oh shit, I missed Alyssa's mom's birthday.
Like I don't get it. Like he's entertaining. He has Russell Wilson. Like, why don't you commit to Russell Wilson instead of
nobody should commit to Russell Wilson?
Like, did you see Aaron Rodgers play last season? What the fuck is wrong with you? Line Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers next to each other. Give me last season's play, and I will sign Russell Wilson over Aaron Rodgers 10 times based on last season.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck did you have Aaron Rodgers in your building for 6 hours? For what? And then you had a young quarterback, in Justin Fields, who you could have had and worked with and tried to improve his abilities, but you let him walk and go to the Jets.
Makes no sense.
But you benched him last year with a winning record.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Like Wilson's still a free agent. Like I don't get it. But Wilson's a free agent, but here is Mike Tomlin entertaining Rodgers.
Yeah, makes no sense. I just you're you're spot on with that. That is very, very, very spot on. Before we get off, I want to talk about the NFL draft real quick. It's coming up shortly, but they have a lot of maybe it's not coming up shortly, but they have a lot of
I was gonna say we got WrestleMania before the draft.
Yeah, we have there's a lot of I don't like Mel Kiper. I don't like him.
Kiper, when is he gonna fucking disappear?
That
dude looks like a fucking 70s character. Like,
I will catch you guys next week, all right?
All right, buddy. You have a good one.
All right, Sam.
Catch y'all later.
But I don't like Mel Kiper. He has too much power. So apparently, Dylan Gabriel is now a top 10 pick in his latest mock draft.
I don't. God only knows.
Like, he has a dual Carter going to the Browns, which could happen. That may be true, but I just don't like how it goes. I don't like how much power this man has, because you can ruin somebody, or you can ruin a team because they believe in your draft stock.
He is special.
He's beyond special.
Like,
he's beyond special.
His look has not changed in
90 years.
50 years. He still looks the same as he looked when he was born. He still looks like the 70s. Like, dude, grow up.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Mel Kiper at all. I don't know what's going to happen with the draft. There's people saying there's going to be 4 quarterbacks selected in the first round. Shedeur Sanders may fall to like 9 or 10.
I don't think there's going to be 4 quarterbacks in the first. I think there's definitely going to be. There's going to be probably 3 in the first. There's definitely going to be 2 in the first. There's for sure going to be 1. Cam Ward is definitely going in the first.
Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders. And then who else you think is going to go?
I don't know. The Raiders may trade back up in the end of the first to take a quarterback.
Got you.
But I
That
don't.
makes
I don't.
sense. Yeah, there's going to be a couple people that get at the end of the draft. You're right.
But I don't know. But I don't. I mean, I don't see 4 quarterbacks going in the first. I see some going in the second. I see a lot of quarterbacks going in the third, maybe.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of them that are coming out in that way. But I just, from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing all over ESPN, and they're telling everybody 4 quarterbacks are going in the first.
But what 4 quarterbacks are they talking about?
So Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, Cam Ward, and I can't remember who the other dude is. Oh, Jackson. They have Jackson Doyle. So I don't know who this fucking thing is.
Jackson Dart.
Yeah. Quinn Evers, Jalen Monroe. So, but yeah, they're basically saying all week that 4 quarterbacks are going to go.
I don't think.
So there you go. He has
I don't
3.
think Jackson Dart's not going in the first. I don't think.
Let me get a good mock draft real quick. Let's see.
I think Jackson Dart. I don't think. I mean, if anybody reaches for Jackson in the first, it's going to be the late first. Milton may go in a second. I'd like to see the Raiders grab Milton in a second.
But this is the issue. You know, if there gets 3 quarterbacks taken, somebody is trading up in the first to get a quarterback.
That's why I say I could see 3 in the first.
Yeah, but let's say you get 3 within the first.
Right, like I said I could see 3, like the Raiders trading up to 32.
Well, let's say you get So let's say you get but let's say you get 3 in the first 20 picks, 24 picks. Somebody jumps on Dylan Gabriel. Some team is trading up in the first to get another quarterback. That's where the 4th one will come, because they're going, and you may have another team trade up in the early second to get a quarterback, because now they're worried that they don't get who they want. You know how NFL teams are dumb.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right. You've been keep paying attention to Monday Night Raw?
Just a little bit, yeah.
I have not been watching SmackDown, but I've been watching Raw because it's on
Netflix. The issue is they're in Europe right now, so it's all early.
Netflix.
Well, like SmackDown is all early.
Yeah. Hulu.
And I have to stream it.
Yeah, because SmackDown is not on Fox no more.
It's on USA, and I don't have cable.
I don't either. So, I've been watching just Raw. Yeah. John Cena.
We have the triple threat match at WrestleMania.
Who? Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley,
CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins.
No.
Yeah.
Is it announced?
Yeah, it was last night on.
So they're gonna have 2 triple threat matches?
No. What do you mean?
Yeah. Bianca Belair.
Oh well, yeah, Bianca
Rhea
Belair.
Ripley and Io Sky.
Yeah. And then you got what else?
John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Which I
got a feeling. I get, they keep, people are saying that they think that so CM Punk is owed a favor from Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
So people are throwing around what they think the favor is.
What do you think it is?
And they think the favor is going to be CM Punk, that the triple threat match turns into a number 1 contender on night 1 of WrestleMania, and then the number 1 contender then gets to cash in is CM Punk's going to win that match, and then it's going to turn into them cashing in the number one contender match right after.
For Cody.
So that way, CM Punk gets his WrestleMania moment on night 2.
That would be dumb. His WrestleMania moment would come on night 1 when he won that. And I get that, but he wants to main event it or whatever. So whatever.
Right.
But that would even involve the storyline. Because Paul Heyman has nothing to do with the storyline.
It does. It does. Paul Heyman has something.
Not with Cody and John.
So it's all intertwined. Because Cody's in the family line storyline.
I get that. I get what you're saying. Do you mean the bloodline?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't. But as of right now, it's because of The Rock.
Because Cody took the belt from Roman Reigns.
Oh, and because of The Rock. I forgot. The Rock. Yeah.
It's all intertwined. It's all one big ass story.
The final boss. Okay. All right. So
it's all.
Dude, do me a
big fucked up dysfunctional family.
Hold on.
But you know what I could see? I could see playing out like this. I could see Cody. Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing to her?
Charlotte versus Tiffy.
But that looks like a totally different person.
Yeah, she looks old as fuck.
Like I literally had to read Charlotte Flair before I knew the fuck that was.
Yeah, they made her look young, but she old as fuck. But I could see I get what people are trying to say, but I could see Cody losing at WrestleMania to John Cena, and I could see
CM Punk then come and taking the title from him.
CM Punk then come and taking the title from John Cena, and then.
But wait, are we having a Money?
And then it coming back around, and basically CM Punk. The whole story turning around because CM Punk has always been there for Cody Rhodes.
So are we gonna have a Money in the Bank cash in?
I bet you it's good. I got.
So what are they doing? They're turning the number one contendership into the Money in the Bank?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right, all of you internet hounds, y'all just coming up with shit. I can get behind conspiracy theories, but I don't know what the fuck we just went down. Like I was like, wait, hold on. Is this Feast or Fire from TNA or Money in the Bank? When the fuck does the number one contender get the automatic cash in when they want to?
Like it's the crazy shit they come up with all kind of shit.
Yeah. And then of course they got WrestleMania, Jey Uso versus Gunther.
I want to see Jey beat Gunther because Gunther's fucking reign sucks.
It does, but this is the problem I have with Jey, right? Did you see Jey try to? Oh, did you see on Raw Jey did his suicide dive and clipped the fucking rope?
Yeah, that's one botch.
Like, no. Do you know why though?
So the whole issue is Cena and Cody's thing went over. So I guess initially that match was supposed to be, I think they said 11 minutes.
Yeah.
But Cena and Cody's thing went over. So they had to cut down that match.
Oh yeah, but the botch. Jey Uso has gained a lot of fucking weight for this heavyweight championship run.
Yeah.
That's where I think that hurts him. Because that botch is not, oh, I messed up, I'm not tired. That is, I had trouble clearing the fucking rope. Because I'm a fat fucker now.
Well, that's why normally he goes through the first and second rope.
No, Jimmy was the one that was fat. Jey was always the in shape one. Jey Uso is fat.
Jimmy's always been the one to go flying.
No, Jey was, because he was a skinnier one. Look, if you just look, they're comparing it now. Yeah, Jay's always been the skinny one. He's always been the high flyer. They're literally comparing but he's gotten fat, buddy.
It's gotta be that Naomi's cooking.
Yeah, he's gotten fat. Also, because he's going for the heavyweight championship. So he put on some weight probably to make it more believable. But he's always been the cut up one. Jimmy was the big one. Like, but Jay, I hope Jay wins. I don't like Gunther. I've never liked Gunther. I hate Imperium. I hate all that fucking shit. I don't like Gunther. I hope Jay wins. I don't care about Charlotte or Tiffany Stratton. Fuck them. I do care about the Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. I feel so bad for Io Sky.
Like, I kind of feel like that whole women's match is just fucking weird.
Well, they wanted to do
the whole storyline leading up to it was weird because the whole reason Io Sky ended up with the match was because Rhea got Io
got distracted by Bianca. Oh no, I'm sorry, the match. Yeah, no,
Rhea got Io disqualified.
Yeah.
So Rhea gave Io a match. And then Bianca was out watching the match because she had won
the Elimination Chamber.
Right. So she was going to face the winner of Io versus Rhea.
Yeah.
But then Bianca interfered
with Rhea.
And technically, Io should have been disqualified and Rhea should have kept the belt, but the same rules weren't applied.
Because
it's like the whole storyline, and you know, the ref saw it like it, so it was, you kind of had a feeling it was going to turn into a triple threat.
You knew.
So it was just like the whole storyline, it's fucking weird. Like, but the way they played it out and they intertwined that whole thing with the fucking Jade Cargill thing and
with the Naomi thing, which I knew that was going to happen. I predicted that Jade would come back and beat the shit out of Naomi. I told Caesar that when we were in Reno. But this is a reason.
But I have a feeling that storyline's about to take another twist because I have a feeling Bianca is the one who actually did it, and Naomi's just taking the fall for it.
Okay, so we're doing the triple.
I think they had Naomi take the fall because they wanted Naomi to turn heel again.
So we're doing the Triple H
because Naomi. You remember Naomi used to be a heel.
I know, which she was part of Team Bad with Sasha Banks and Tamina,
and that's when she was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, but the problem that you have is that's basically the storyline for Yokozuna, Triple H, and The Rock.
Right.
I did it for you, Rocky. For you.
Right.
So this is the thing. This is the reason I get what you're saying. That's a very good, but the reason why it seems so like we knew it was going to be a triple threat match is because Io Sky is going to take the fall. They didn't want the match between Bianca and Rhea because they built each other up so big. Do you see what I'm saying? So unless they had the Jade and Naomi interference in the WrestleMania match to cost Bianca Belair the title, then but then she doesn't look weak. But if they're going to do a single one-on-one while Jade and Naomi are fighting, one of them is going to look weak by that thing. So they bring in Naomi. They gave Rhea a fucking out, an excuse for why she lost. They bring in Io Sky, and Io Sky is going to take the fall. Whoever becomes champion, Io Sky is taking the fall. And the problem with the Rhea Ripley and the Bianca Belair fight to me is they're too similar. Everybody keeps talking about how bad they want this fight, but they're so similar of styles that it is very, very hard. And when I mean similar, I'm not saying like they fight exactly the same. I'm saying both of them are powerhouse women. They both have very similar strong moves. They have a strong style of fighting. Both of them are aggressive. Yes, they have different flair that goes to it. So in that fight, unless you're going to do an all-out brawl, you add in Io Sky and it makes it a much better match. Because we know sometimes the same styles don't make the greatest matches. And then if somebody loses, unless you're going to go on and they're going to trade their win back and forth, sooner or later, somebody's going to have to drop down to the lower tier and take that Intercontinental title. You see what I'm saying? So I think by having the Io Sky in there, she's taking the fall. So that way it keeps both of them strong. And then we know we're going to have the draft. And then they're going to get drafted to different brands. Because they got their WrestleMania match. Like it's not like the Sasha and Charlotte Flair or the Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte Flair, where all of them they all worked well together, but their styles weren't that similar to each other.
Right.
Yeah. So in this match, I think that was the whole thing. Like it might not be that good of a match. You need some shakeup in there.
Don't worry, I'm listening to you. I'm just filling out an application.
I know you are. Any other thing we want to talk about before we jump off? Fortunately, I got to do some damn work.
I thought there was something, but I can't remember.
Me either.
No, I don't think so.
All right. To let everybody know, we will not have a podcast on April 5th, Saturday. I will not be flying in till like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, I know. Fucking sucks. So unless I'm saying 1 o'clock in the morning because I'm already expecting delays. So if I'll keep it posted. If I get in at regular time, which is supposed to be 11:43, that should be no issue. Maybe because then I'll have to drive home. So I won't get home till after 1. But if I don't get until 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm not getting home till after 2:30. So that because I got to check a bag on that flight because I'll be going so long. All right. So Jeremy, whenever you're ready, you can take us out.
Put me in, coach.
Peace.